apply to Dhirubhai Ambani.
Yeah.
Very less get into that particular school.
Yeah.
And there's some criteria. Nobody understands what is the criteria.
Dhirubhai Ambani is not the most expensive international schools in Mumbai. It is not.
Yeah. People get into investment banking due to the...
Yeah. The money was great. That's why I stuck around for so long. I mean, I would have, but it also took a toll on my physical and mental health. Big people making lakhs of rupees a month. And I was asking the girls, I was like, paise ka kya karte ho? Where do you invest? They're like, oh, I don't know. Bhaiya handles it, Papa handles it, husband handles it.
Yeah.
I got so angry. They have broken glass ceilings on the fact that, you know, we want to work, we want to be able to make XYZ money, we want to be entrepreneurs, we want to be bankers, doctors, lawyers. We have fought through all of this. Only to realize that, अच्छा ठीक है पैसा मर गया अब क्या आप पता नहीं अब तुम देख लो ऐसे थोड़ी होता है.
Hi everybody, welcome to today's episode on Dream Stream. We have an amazing guest today. She's an ex-investment banker, very well known in the finance community, and the founder of Incoptive, Saili Rai. Saili, it's a pleasure to have you on our show.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure.
So Saili, let's start from the beginning, like from your education, like your school education. You completed your schooling from Dhirubhai Ambani International School. Then you went to the States, NYC, you did a bachelor's in finance, and then you did your MBA in finance from Babson Graduate School of Business, right? So how did you choose the country and the field of education?
Okay, multiple questions. How did I choose the country and field of education?
Yes.
Honestly speaking, I grew up in a finance household. So field of education kind of came naturally a little bit. Because बहुत सारे लोग होते हैं ना that say कि अच्छा I knew when I was 16 I would become an astronaut or like
Pilot.
हाँ pilot and engineer and this. I had no idea. मेरे को कोई idea नहीं था क्या बनना है. किसी को actor बनना, architect बनना है, this, that, all of them. Everybody knew what they wanted. I was clueless. I was like मजे करने हैं, school में है, chill करना है, आज का homework खत्म करना है. That's it. That was my goal. And at home, essentially, my mom is a CS. My dad is a CA, CPA. So, lots of finance conversations at home all the time. So, it just became like one of those natural kind of progressions. And honestly speaking, I science nahi liya tabhi because I was really bad at chemistry. Okay? Physics, amazing. Biology, great. Could do. Chemistry, zilch. Kuch samajh mein nahi aata tha. So, it became kind of a natural progression to go into finance because that was just something that I knew I was comfortable with. And country, I decided in two parts. First is because एक तो बाहर जाना था, country के बाहर जाके पढ़ाई करनी थी was a thing because everybody was doing it.
Because you were in that particular school, that's...
Yeah, because I was in an international school, I did that curricular. Exactly. And it was, again, you go to a particular international school so that you can go abroad and study. So, the fact that I was going to leave the country was very, like, short. It's just which country I would go to kind of came down to comfort again. Because,
Comfort means safety?
A little bit of safety as well and a little bit of knowledge.
Okay.
Because, my mama and masi were in the States.
Okay.
So, and, I applied to, like, East Coast schools because they were on the East Coast. Because, think about it, right? When you're 16, 17, when your parents are thinking about sending you abroad to study, it becomes very hectic for them कि लड़की अकेली इतनी दूर कैसे रहेगी और
खाएगी कैसे पढ़ेगी.
Exactly. So कोई आसपास हो तो it becomes a little easier. So that kind of narrowed it down, and obviously NYU still is one of the top kind of business schools, and I was lucky to get in. That was a big factor. नहीं मिलता तो कैसे जाती.
So,
But yeah,
was the US?
I did not apply to the UK. No, I did not. Australia तो पता ही नहीं था कोई.
What about Singapore? Singapore is supposed to be the finance capital.
Yeah, so Singapore is kind of the finance Asia capital for sure. But at that time, think about this. This was this was in 2008, 2009.
Okay.
So
Just after the crash.
yeah, it was just after the crash, but it was still when the US was still the superpower. It was still NYC was still the kind of global capital for anything finance. So at that time, going to NYC was amazing. There was a different world back then, honestly.
And how was your experience at Dhirubhai Ambani International School? Because
Actually, we're back to school now, huh?
yeah, so I want to understand, because a lot of people like apply to Dhirubhai Ambani,
Yeah.
very, very, very less get into that particular school.
Yeah.
And there's some criteria,
Yes.
which nobody understands what is the criteria.
Hmm.
So what do you think is the criteria?
The criteria, honestly, so I was speaking to one of my friends recently and we were thinking about this, and Dhirubhai Ambani is not the most expensive international
Yeah.
schools in Mumbai. It is not.
Yeah.
There are far more expensive schools out there.
Yeah.
But it is the most sought after
Yeah.
because it is more selective in terms of who they let in. Now, when I got into the school, again, I count luck as a very big factor. Funnily enough, I was waitlisted. I got in like ekdam last because somebody dropped out. But I think there is obviously the basic criteria of your intellect, your aptitude, your parents, how well versed they are in their own field, how accomplished they are, and where did they go to school. They look at all of that, and then finally it comes down to an X factor as well. As long as you are somebody who they think, I mean, obviously, when you're applying it like the KG level, it doesn't matter. But that's why they look at the entire kind of
The background, the family.
the background, the pedigree that you come from. And I think it comes down to an X factor, whether you and your family will be able to contribute to the network that they are building. It's not just a school, right? It's a network. It's a beautiful family that they are building. And like I say this unabashedly, that my closest friends till date are the ones that I formed at Dhirubhai Ambani.
And do they have helped you in your startup?
Yes, absolutely. See, it's not just monetary help that you get, right?
Yeah.
It's also about the kind of people you're around, the kind of just the things that you can kind of talk to them about. You can use them as a sounding board. You can, get a fresh perspective from them. Ki, acha, you know what? I'm thinking about this as an idea. What do you think? And then, of course, there is also another part where they can connect you to the right people in the field where what may advance your career or your startup.
So, if you have children, like in the near future,
Okay.
which schools, in Mumbai, which schools, to the top 3 schools you would want to put your child into?
So honestly, I'm not that well versed. I have a lot of friends who are way better at this because they've done their research, so they have kids. Okay. But I think Dhirubhai Ambani, of course, will be at the top of my list. They have a new junior school as well, the NMAJS, the Nita Mukesh Ambani Junior School, if I'm not wrong. I don't know exactly, but I think that's it. Jamnabai would be one.
Okay, Jamnabai.
Yeah, it's
The one in Juhu.
Yes, the one in Juhu. It's still a great one. Oberoi is a contender. I'm not really, like I said, not very well versed with the school, but I would say
Eco Mondia?
I have not been a fan of, I guess, just personal this thing, because when Econ Mondial and Dhirubhai was starting out, I don't know, we just it doesn't work with our, I guess, just the vibe that we got.
Yeah.
It was a very different vibe of those two schools. So I don't know today though. I have no idea how the school is today.
It's going to be Dhirubhai Ambani, Jamnabai,
And Oberoi.
or Oberoi.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So, Sally, coming back to your days in the States, you've completed your education.
Mm-hmm.
What were the 3, biggest challenges you faced as an Indian there at that point of, say, 2008-10?
Yeah. At that time, there were not a lot of Indian international students from India. There were a lot of the the first generation Asians over there, right? Where your parents have come there and then you were born there and then you go to school there.
Yeah.
So that you're essentially still American.
Yeah.
If you're born and brought up here and you go there as an international student, we were very few in number. So I think community building became difficult because you're very, very different from the people who come there. Like stupid things. Like they told me, like, oh, your English is so good. I'm like, what do you think? Where do you think they're coming from? Like, what do you think India is? That, of course, I believe has changed because India's perception overall as a global power, as its standing in the entire world, has drastically, significantly over the past decade. So I think that shouldn't be an issue now. But that was one thing, community building. Racism obviously comes and goes. You just have to find the right people. And
Food, maybe.
nahi, baba, food, so I was okay. No, because I genuinely believe this. A place like New York, Bombay, London,
सब मिल सब जल जाता. Okay.
सब खाना मतलब I had found a Gujarati uncle who owned a store who used to deliver grocery to my house also. मतलब वो मसाले वसाले सब कुछ भेज देता था. So it can't get better than that.
So food was not an issue.
No, food was
Community, racism, and
and I think a little bit of immediately when you begin now, a little bit of the kind of little bit things get lost in translation. Like their accent is a little different. They speak a little faster. They talk a little differently. Their anecdotes are a little different. Like what they would refer to. So वो थोड़ी चीजें grasp करने को ना थोड़ा सा time लगता है. And luckily I didn't face that, but a few of my other friends faced that. But because I was in a school that kind of prepared me for the application-based learning,
yeah,
so I was good. But a lot of people who came from like ratta maro situations,
they face it like
हाँ, because they don't understand this. उन्हें नहीं फर्क पड़ता कि textbook में क्या लिखा है. They're like, this is the situation. How will you solve it?
So, Sahili, how did your international education affect your job perspective in India? Like, do they recognize those degrees and do they pay you well? Because end में सब लोग ये बोलते हैं return on investment.
Yeah.
How much you put and कितने time में तुम वो recover कर सकते हो and then you start your life. So,
100%. It's a thing that everybody should calculate before jumping into this. I was lucky. I was privileged. I always say this, that I got the opportunity to go there.
Okay.
The first time around, I got a scholarship, which was about, I believe, 30% of the entire tuition.
Okay.
But still with the living expenses and 4 साल उनका bachelor's degree होता है. तो मतलब 60-70 लाख तो कहीं नहीं गए.
हाँ.
And once you go into the 60-70 lakhs, maybe a crore. Now today's rates, I don't know, maybe a crore and a half. But that kind of money when you put in for 4 years, if your parents are taking a loan for you, if you are taking a loan for yourself to go there and study, then yes, then I believe you should stay there for a while, work for a while, recover that amount and then come back. But you also need to remember that if you stay there and work there, your lifestyle expenses are also, your living expenses and lifestyle expenses are also higher. So the amount you save may not be comparable to what you would do here.
Okay.
Because once you come back, you may stay with your parents again. The cost of living is lower here.
Expenses will be shared by the families.
Exactly. And in general, it's a crore there versus a crore here is very different.
Yeah.
Very, very different. So if you think that वापस आने के बाद you're getting a lower salary than what you would have gotten over there, your expenses also would have been much higher. So make that comparison. I do not believe that degrees are not recognized here. I think they are recognized everywhere. I think you just have to find the right company to work with. Most MNCs, of course, will recognize these degrees across the world. It's about where you want to work.
Okay.
Like I had no idea what I wanted to do. So I did everything.
In finance.
Not just in finance. सब कुछ किया.
In bachelor's.
After my bachelor's. In terms of working. Yeah. In terms of working.
So, Sahili, what advice would you give to students who are preparing to go abroad? Like the 4 to 5 things which they should keep in mind.
Always have a backup school.
Okay.
And you may not get into your dream school.
Okay.
And it's a reality that people think that, oh, I am amazing. Boss, you're competing all over the world. There are amazing kids out there doing like exceptional things. You have no idea who you are competing with. So always have a backup school. I would say always, but know why you want to go where you want to go. Like I knew that NYU was my dream school because of Stern Business School, right? And I knew that there were some professors that I wanted to go there and wanted to learn from. And I knew that I wanted to live in NYC. So if you know why you're going where you're going, you'll work harder for it and you will know exactly what awaits you on the other side. And one thing I think it's a little, I don't know if that advice a lot of people would give, but don't over research. A lot of people do this. They do itna sara research karte hain na. Like some kids have come to me and been like, oh, but tell me everything about NYU. Tell me everything about Babson. I want to know everything before I go there. अरे पर सब कुछ अभी जान लोगे तो वहाँ पे experience करोगे. Leave something for the imagination, and everybody's experience is not the same.
Yeah.
My experience was different. Somebody else's experience was different. So, how can I tell you everything, and how will you understand what I went through? Because what I went through is also the basis of
Like
who I was.
Yeah, you're breaking up. Were you introvert or extrovert?
Exactly how I changed, who I was, who I went with, who was there, who wasn't there. Everything affects it. The time also.
So, given a choice, would you want to, would you want to study your bachelor's and your master's in India, or you would, still want to go there, like with all the experience which you had?
Oh, I would always go back. I would always go there. I really had a great time. I think I learned so much. I became a different independent person. I can speak to anybody about anything because I was there and I was kind of pushed into the deep end of the pool and just be like, you're here now. Speak to somebody who's from, like, I don't know, Korea.
And so you're just put in a swimming pool with no float and you just have to swim, right? You drown.
Figure it out.
Right? You don't quit.
No, you don't quit. You don't quit. You eventually learn the strokes. And you come back up and breathe. And then you're like, yay, I can swim.
And then you enjoy the night.
Yes.
Yeah. So this was from the student side. अभी जो माँ बाप, जो mom dad, जो डरते हैं अपने बच्चों को भेजने के लिए. Because my dad too. So my younger brother is a academician. He gold medalist. Now he's studying at Oxford. He completed his LLM. So my parents were like, इसको पहले सबसे ज़्यादा इंडियन पेरेंट्स का लगता है इसको खाना मैंने वाकई आ नहीं. The main criteria is khana and safety.
Yeah.
So if the parents looking for their children to send their children to abroad, or not even abroad, like Mumbai से बाहर भी, like अपने होम टाउन से बाहर भेज रहे हैं तो
दूर भेज रहे हैं
अपने से, अपने जिगर का टुकड़ा को दूर भेज रहे हैं, तो क्या ऐसा सोचना चाहिए या क्या एडवाइस है आपकी कि they feel comfortable?
You're absolutely right. अपने जिगर का टुकड़ा होता है उसे दूर भेजना है. It's very difficult.
It's very difficult for me.
It's just you have to realize that it may be better for them and yourself.
Okay.
Because sometimes you become too codependent on each other.
Yeah.
Like I know for a fact that me and my mother were extremely codependent on each other. We still are. We're still very dependent on each other. Can't live without each other. But it gives you that sense of confidence, not just as a child going there and studying and doing everything on your own, and knowing that you can do it on your own. It gives you confidence as a parent as well that संभाल लेगा, don't worry, ठीक है, with no tension. Because otherwise this I mean, obviously I'm not a parent, so I cannot state what a parent would go through. My mom would be a better guest on this podcast on that section. But that fear will always be there, that is she okay? Is he okay? Sab theek ho jayega na ye wo. But as they figure it out, as the child kind of solves problems on their own, you see that they have developed that ability. So you also become a little bit confident कि अच्छा नहीं ठीक है वो संभल रहा है. They're making their life on their own and this is great.
If not, घर तो है ही. They can always come back.
Always. And you have to make sure that you keep that line of communication open.
Yeah.
कि मतलब हाँ ठीक है वहाँ पे गए, you meet all these people, you may develop habits that you as parents do not agree with.
You don't approve.
रात को late आना, alcohol, smoking. I'm not promoting any of these. But I'm saying that these are habits that you get exposed to.
Yeah.
And with freedom comes these like extracurriculars as well. You just have to trust your child that they will make the right decision and you have done your job well. That they will stay true to your upbringing and leave the communication line open. Ki don't berate them if agar kuch galti ho gayi.
Yeah.
So don't say that How would you do this to us? हमारी नाक कट गई.
इतना पैसा लगा के गया है तो वापस क्यों आ रहा है? You know,
वापस
you should always
वापस तो आना चाहिए ना. मतलब if he cannot come home, if he or she cannot come home, then
what's the point of home?
and then that is where the dark side of the student life comes into play, right? Where we know that so many students fall for the pressure of proving themselves.
Yeah.
And that is the worst thing that they can kind of, confront. And what is better, your child coming home or you're losing your child? Yeah, you're losing your child. You'd much rather have your child come home. This went very dark. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's a reality, right?
It's true.
Just 5 days back, news में था UPSC aspirant. They went 27-year-old woman just ended her life just because pressure नहीं handle हो रहा था. अब उसके mom dad बोलते कि छोड़ो ये सब just come back to us.
छोड़ दो ना, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
A lot of things, you see, according to me, एक career, see, why there are so much of options, right? ये नहीं तो वो नहीं तो ये नहीं तो वो. So have that feeling. So I really like the thinking कि home is such a place where कुछ भी हो जाए, it should be a safe place, right?
Yeah.
Whatever bad happens in the outside world, you should have a place to come.
Absolutely.
So if parents are, open to the fact that first you spend, it's an investment, right? You're making in your child's future so that in the future you can reap that benefit, right? But you don't know. It's an unknown thing. So if we all want things to go right, but agar it goes wrong, then have that communication open कि भाई तुम देख लो, घर हमेशा आ सकते हो, हमेशा open है. Anytime just give us a call. And parents
उसके बाद उसके मतलब कुछ हो गई गलती, आ गया घर, उसके बाद जितना डांटो पर let
that child come home and then figure out how we can do damage control.
Exactly. फिर बाद में fix कर लेंगे. जितना चाहिए उतना चिल्ला लो. But need that comfort and that what do you call confidence in your child that you know what, मैं रात को 3 बजे भी like phone करूँगी ना, Papa will open the door and I will go home.
Yeah, 100%. So this thing is missing in a lot of Indian families. So
yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, so if any parent watching this, might just understand where we come from or what kind of conversation we are having. So, it's going to be very beneficial. So, Saili, this was your, the traditional career path you took, अच्छी स्कूल में जाना, अच्छे कॉलेज में जाना, उससे अच्छा डिग्री लेना और अच्छे कंपनीज में काम करना. And then one fine day, yes, भूत चढ़ जाता है, I'm done with this. Being working in the investment banking industry, you decided to, take that jump, the leap of faith. वो startup कीड़ा काटा. Right?
Yeah.
So, I want to know how did the concept of InCocktail come into place?
Okay.
Second, why did you choose, the startup journey instead of a corporate gig? And what was that turning point of in your career? कि मैंने बोला कि बस हो गया and I want to do something on my own. So was that a person or an incident?
You asked too many questions at one go.
So let's start now. So
okay. So let's go back to the beginning.
Yeah.
So it's not a switch that goes off in your head.
Okay.
If you are an entrepreneur, this is what I believe.
Okay.
People get very angry when you make statements and I don't agree. My opinion,
सबका अपना opinion होता है. Yeah.
That's why I started this hashtag on LinkedIn, by the way, called Saili Ki Rai. My Rai. Everything here, right, is Saili Ki Rai. Please, disclaimer. But so according to me, it's not something that goes off in your head one day. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप जॉब कर रहे हो suddenly you're like नहीं मुझे entrepreneur बनना है. नहीं, मतलब you're either an entrepreneur or you're not.
Okay. तुम्हें पता होता है. तुम्हें पता होता है.
तुम्हें पता हो या नहीं हो, that is another question.
Okay.
You are either an entrepreneur or you are not.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay.
I was always an entrepreneur. I just didn't know it.
Okay.
Until I joined City.
Okay.
So I have not been that traditional like you described. NYU, obviously I went. I came back and then I have done, again, still I had no idea what I wanted to do. I still didn't know what I wanted to do after finishing my bachelor. So I worked everywhere. I worked at Nykaa.
Yeah.
When we were just like a 10-15 member team.
ESOP
No, but I mean, Adwaita is still a great friend. She kind of was looking for interns and like, young children to kind of help her begin that entire journey. And she was my senior at Dhirubhai. Like I said, network that I built. And her and a couple of other friends from school, we all worked there. And it was a great experience. It was amazing. But again, like I worked at Nykaa, marketing. I worked in sitting JP Morgan, DBS. I've done internships there. Then I worked for a film company, funnily enough. Yeah, like a digital marketing and a PR firm for films. So like a marketing firm for film. And yeah, so I've done everything, trying to see what is working, what is not. And that's when you realize that, you know what, you're not happy with just कि अच्छा मेरे को इतना order आया है कि मुझे ये काम करना है, ये काम finish करके मैं घर जाने में.
नहीं.
I'm not happy with that. That is, I'm talking about either you're an entrepreneur or not. When you want to see the bigger picture, when you want to see something else, when you want to cause a difference in somebody's life, something, you want to change something, that is when you know that you are an entrepreneur. And you can be an entrepreneur while working at a corporate also. Because you can change things within the system.
Wow.
You can want things that are bigger and better for the system. You don't necessarily need to go out and make a startup to be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship, I believe, is a niyat hoti hai wo. Either आपकी नियत है या नहीं है.
Simple, good thinking. So, जो काम दिया है उसके अलावा तुम कुछ कर रहे हो जिसको ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को फायदा हो, तो तुम्हारे पास एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप स्पिरिट है. तो whatever you're working, so you're just a 9 to 5 regular work.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
I wish sometimes I was happy with that.
Yeah. So
मतलब दिन रात ऐसा मतलब सर पकड़ के नहीं बैठती कि अभी क्या ये हो रहा है, ये चल नहीं रहा है, ये वो चल रहा है. I wish. But yes, either you are that or you're not. So I was always clearly an entrepreneur on some level. Once I realized that I do want to be in finance after doing all these odd jobs, I went to Babson to do my MBA.
Okay.
Finished that. Side by side, एक दो CFA की levels भी दे दिए. But then I got bored of studying. Really. Then I got bored of studying. Then I came back. Then I started working at Citi. At Citi, I realized that investment banking, if anybody wants to get into, it is the most grueling and the path that will teach you the most. I am not lying. It taught me so much. Till date, I am so quick with so many things that I learned in the first 6 months of my job at Citi.
Wow.
And it really improves your efficiency. But it also removed my patience. Because I'm like, ऐसे कैसे नहीं हुआ भाई? 2 घंटे तो हो चुके हैं. But it kind of makes you this like big efficient machine of just like getting work done, which is great. Eventually what happened was that I realized that this is not what I want to do. Like 10 saal, 12 saal आगे तक.
For the next
decade, decade, for the foreseeable future, I don't want to do this. And there was a lot of corporate politics involved, very few women who were at the top and this and that. So I could see the future where it's going. And I'm like, I'm not very happy with this.
So money didn't excite you because investment banking, people get into investment banking due to the...
Yeah, the money was great. The money was great. That's why I stuck around for so long. But, I mean, I would have still, but it also took a toll on my physical and mental health.
Okay.
So physically, it affected me so much so that my gynaec told me that if you want your physical health to go back to normal, you need to quit your job. Like legitimately, that is exactly what she told me. So then I was like, bhai, abhi jaan bache to lakhon paye, it's okay.
Health over wealth. That's what Rakesh thinks. The biggest regret he had is like, itna paisa karke.
You can't, money can't buy health, right? So then I decided to, I was again, incredibly supportive family, incredibly lucky I was and privileged that my family, my husband, my parents, in-laws, everybody was like, it's fine, you take your time, you figure it out.
It's a nice feeling when your parents and your in-laws and your husband say, yeah, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, कुछ और करेंगे.
Yeah. You know, it's another.
It gives you a strength to do something, even better, I feel.
It literally like bounces you up from the floor to the ceiling.
And then you decide, you have a clearer picture, like, abhi ye kar
100%. So, yeah, they were incredibly supportive. I took a few months off. And then unfortunately, usi ke baad lockdown lag gaya, COVID up. Yeah, and I'm like, shit, I shouldn't have quit at that time. कुछ नहीं तो घर से बैठ के करूँगा.
हाँ, जाओ, पैसा तो आ जाते हैं.
Exactly. But then at a similar time, I got the idea of FinCocktail.
Okay.
Funnily enough, that was through a bout of rage. I was very angry when I came up with FinCocktail. Because
Very on who?
I'll tell you. So I was having this like dinner party with my friends and these girlfriends of mine. One is a doctor, one is a lawyer, one is like has her own ad agency and like big people making lakhs of rupees a month. And I was asking the girls of like, paise ka kya karte ho? Where do you invest? Like, oh, I don't know. Bhaiya handles it, Papa handles it, husband handles it.
Yeah.
Got so angry. It's like, guys, you guys are making lakhs and you don't even know where your money is. They're like, nahi, but these guys are there. I thought,
So basically, trust ही चलता है ना.
trust is fine.
Yeah.
दे दो पैसा, वो handle करेंगे चलेगा. But you should know where it is, what you're doing with your money. You being clueless about it is not acceptable to me. So, FinCocktail started from that thought that women are clueless about what their money is doing. They have broken glass ceilings on the fact that, you know, we want to work, we want to be able to make XYZ money, we want to be entrepreneurs, we want to be bankers, doctors, lawyers. We have fought through all of this only to realize that, अच्छा ठीक है पैसा मर गया, अब क्या, आप पता नहीं, अब तुम देख लो, ऐसे थोड़ी होता है.
Okay.
So yeah, FinCocktail initially started as an initiative to help women understand the nuances of finance.
Basically, पैसा कमा लिया, उसको कैसे सही तरीके से इन्वेस्ट करो कि अपना पैसा ग्रो, कंपाउंडिंग कैसा हो सके.
I think I've answered all of it.
Yeah, 100%. I was just checking कि यार
I went on through all of it.
yeah, so miss नहीं हो गया ना, नहीं हुआ है. So, Sally, FinCocktail is such an amazing and catchy name.
Yeah.
Fin and cocktail, जितना मुझे समझ में आता है, finance and something with related to cocktails.
Yeah.
ऐसा cheesy और एक eye-catching name कैसे मिला? And then you also, you know, got your best friend involved.
Yeah.
Niyati involved in your startup.
Yes.
I started my own startup.
Uh-huh.
I have my best friend.
Uh-huh.
He's a CA, CFA.
Uh-huh.
मैंने कहा 2-2.5 लाख कमाता है.
हाँ.
Every time he tells me, the day you match my salary, you know, I'll join you. मैंने बोला भाई, जब तक मैं तेरी salary match करूँगा ना, तब तक 2-5 साल निकल जाएगा. Then I tell him ESOP दे दो. But the thing is, he cannot do that. So, what was the conversation with your friend? कि, you know, ये तुझे चक्कर पड़ा, ये ऐसा दिखा कि ये story तूने बोला, like, मैं सब quit करके, you know, let's do this.
So, FinCocktail is a little bit of a tribute to my love for gin cocktails. I love gin cocktails.
Okay.
And it's also an amalgamation of, like you said, finance and the fact that creating a portfolio is like making the perfect cocktail.
The perfect mix, right?
Yes, the perfect mix.
Yeah.
Because you can't just have one thing in it. It has to be a perfect mix in proportion to make it ideal.
Wow, I didn't think इतना ऐसा नाम का इतना in-depth meaning.
थोड़ा वो समय मुझे बताओ तो मैं ही सोचती हूँ उसके बारे में.
You know, basically you're talking about diversify, right? Yeah. Gold, equity, bond, mutual funds, private equity, startups, everything. Easy.
And
that call when I would
when I was beginning FinCocktail, I realized that my expertise was in investment banking, corporate side.
Okay.
Personal finance, my expertise was lacking a little bit.
Okay.
I obviously did my research and everything, but I was like, इसमें experience तो नहीं है और expertise भी नहीं है. सीख लूंगी, but and at that time I was like, hey, Niyati, my chuddy buddy, my bachpan ka pyar. So we know each other from like when we are 10 years old. Our moms are best friends. Grew up in the same building. Yeah. Grew up in the same building and stuff like that. We're playing Sapli and shit. Funny. But
good old days.
Good old days. But at that time, she was at ASK Wealth Advisors.
Okay.
So she was handling the portfolios of Asian Eyes and, like you said, making buttloads of money. But at that time, she was also frustrated. She was like, 5.5 साल या 6 साल हो गया था उसको. She's like, कुछ अलग करना है. And she's also that, you know, I said, no, entrepreneur या नहीं
है.
उसमें है.
Wow.
उसमें है. पहले से ही है. completed her CFA and everything, and then she's gone into this. So she clearly knows this stuff properly. And being a Gujarati, she has more entrepreneurial spirit than I do.
Yeah.
So I told her, as I listen, Nidhi, I have this like amazing thought. मेरे को ये करना है. साथ में करते. It'll be amazing. And by then it was about like a few like 5-6 months हो गया था.
So it was
We had a little bit of traction. Jan. 2021 Jan.
2021 Jan.
Yeah. So August 2020 is when FinCocktail started. Jan 2021 was when she joined.
Okay.
So this conversation was happening in December.
Okay.
And I was telling her, I was like,
The conversation में क्या सब मजा है.
yeah.
Of course. इसलिए तो हाँ बोली होगी ना.
Varna, how do I convince her? But yeah, that's a conversation you need to have with her about how she fought with her parents on that.
Yeah, because I'm sure.
But yeah, and then I kind of just convinced them because I had already conducted a couple of webinars before that. I already had some testimonials, and it was kind of like a proof of concept thing that I already had ready.
Yeah.
So she was like,
ठीक है.
"Cut that, just." And obviously, she knows me for so long. I know her for so long. We both know our strengths and weaknesses.
So trust.
Yeah. Most important in partners.
In past, so if you bring somebody as your equal, so I think trust should be the major.
Trust is the only thing.
Only thing, right?
इसमें क्या है? पैसा तो कहीं से बैंक से लोन ले लोगे यार.
So people looking to hire co-founders or CTO, CFO, you need to trust your key people, right?
125%. You have to trust your team. You have to trust your core team because without them, you are nothing. Yes. You have to build a team because one person, how much will you do? How much will you do? And if you get stuck in the day-to-day of things, of execution, then you'll never be able to grow. अगर grow करना है, तो आपको team की जरूरत पड़ेगी.
So that's where you need to delegate work, right? That's what happened.
Yeah, I'm very bad. Don't ask me what
I had 3 interns. एक को फायर करना पड़ा, एक छोड़ दिया, अभी एक है, अभी उसकी एग्जाम है तो मैं उसका काम कर रहा हूँ. सो द थिंग इज जितना मैं ग्रो करना चाहता हूँ उतना ग्रो नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ, बट डे टू डे काम में मैं अटक जा रहा हूँ. Yeah, that's what I realized. You know, struggle though. You need to build a good team where you can just delegate. Be it that job can be as big as how you want it to be or how small, but you need to delegate. If you really want to grow,
100%.
Yeah.
You have to delegate. And learning to delegate was a very difficult thing for me. Because I'll tell you what happens in delegation. Whoever you're delegating it to is not you. Has not been through the experience that you have. They won't be able to do it as fast as you would, as good as you would.
Or according to you.
According to you, so you have to train them.
Yeah.
That is your training.
Okay.
Kitna training aata hai that. But you have to be able to balance the fact that उनसे अगर आपका 60-70% का काम हो रहा है, तो it's worth it. Because the time that you are being spared of focusing on that. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि नहीं, you know what, just
no, होता है.
नहीं. That time that you can use to focus on other things will generate more value for you than doing that छोड़ना मैं ही कर लेता हूँ. And that छोड़ना मैं ही कर लेता हूँ ना drives a lot of frustration also in your head. I know I'm talking about personal experience.
No, I can relate to it. Yeah. I really can relate to it.
But know that person will never be able to give you that 100% return on what you want it to be done exactly.
But 60 or 65% also is good.
I am saying anything above 60% करा लो. 1-2 people don't give me 70-80% of work. I'm like, I have reached nirvana.
You praised your employees. You want a great boss. I
have a great team. Wow. I love my team.
So, Saili, coming back to education, being a finance influencer, how has your education played a part in your finance content journey? Do you think people take you seriously when you have the said degrees? Because there are a lot of finance influencers who don't have finance degrees and are doing amazingly well. So,
yeah. I don't know. I can't speak to everybody, but I can speak to my audience. My audience is a little bit more mature than the usual audience that is out there. I would say we're not in the millions. We're very small still.
Okay.
We have a long way to go.
Yeah.
But our audience is I'm very proud to say that they are educated. They are 60-40 men to women. We have 40% women, which I'm very happy about. We have an age group of 25 to 35-year-olds.
Wow.
They have the spending power, they have the investment power, and they actually make their own decisions about money. We've done a poll with them, and most of them invest their own money, which is why they look to us for guidance, because we give them honest, unbiased advice on what is working, what is not. It's very difficult to kind of segregate online the information that you get, but the fact that they put their trust in us, I think
The battle is won, right?
I'm golden. Yeah. And I think if you're a finance content creator, it's one thing to be just a finance content creator. And then if you come from experience or from kind of having an educational background in that, it broadens your own perspective.
Yeah.
The kind of value that you can give them just increases because you know what you're talking about. You've been there, you've invested that, you have, like, now it's a very basic, simple example I'm going to give you, which is kind of the rampant example that's out there. Now, buying a house, buying versus renting is like such a big
Argument versus
argument.
yeah, it's
It's blown out of proportion.
I think it's in the personal judgment, right?
It is a personal judgment, yes, but जिसको घर लेना है उसे आप कन्विंस नहीं करोगे कि आप रेंट करो, नहीं कर सकते आप,
नहीं कर सकते। और
जिसको रेंट करना है, मतलब जो घर नहीं खरीद सकता वो कहाँ से खरीदेगा, वो तो रेंट ही करेगा ना। And I'm like, if you are happy to rent, please by all means rent. But if you're not,
sorry,
it's okay. Like, why is this why are you trying to kind of put your opinions on to other people? Your job as a finance content creator or as a professional in the finance industry is to give advice. It is not an opinion. It is not
it's not to manipulate your day.
Yes.
Basically, mota moti yahi hai ki manipulation
it's not a judgment that you can pass.
Okay.
It is not a statement that you can say ki this is right or this is wrong. Because there is nothing which is black and white in this industry. Nothing. Everything is grey. Everything is kind of open to discussion, and जिसका पैसा
वो डिसाइड करे because it all
आप जाओगे उसको पैसा वापस दिलाने अगर उसका डूब गया तो नहीं ना।
Slightly it all depends upon आपकी risk appetite कितनी है, right?
Not just that, it depends on three things. We always say this. It depends on your personal, your financial goals,
okay,
your liquidity requirements, and your risk appetite.
Wow.
Three things always. Because जो बंदा, now let's say we are two people, we are in the same corporate. We earn the same amount of money.
Yeah.
You have, your parents are financially independent. They live somewhere else. You live by yourself on rent and you chill.
Yeah.
Me, I have my parents both dependent on me. My sister, also younger in college, dependent on me. And my parents का medical bills that I have to give.
Yeah.
दोनों को same advice कैसे दोगे आप?
Nice.
दे नहीं सकते। Idea ही नहीं है ना, it's not possible.
Yeah.
And if you say कि a 20-year-old or 25-year-old person working for this amount of salary should do this.
गलत है। So financial advice should always be,
it cannot be blanket advice. That's what we say. It cannot be blanket advice.
Personalized होना, basically personalized होना चाहिए.
That's why it's called personal finance. No, because it's personal to everybody.
So people just saying कि mutual fund सही है या ये सब.
See, mutual fund sahi hai is true because I say this also because mutual funds में types देखो कितने हैं.
Yeah.
There is equity fund, there is debt funds, उसमें 1500 types है, उसके बीच में there are about 7,500 mutual fund schemes out there. There are gold funds है, commodity funds है, silver ETF है, international funds है, there are lots. According to your risk appetite, you can find one. You can choose one. But I'm saying that you can't, even things like कि FD में पैसा नहीं डालो. क्यों? मेरे पास है FD में पैसा. Why not? What's wrong in that? Fixed rate मिल रहा है मेरे को. Now tomorrow if the random war starts and equity goes down the drain, where will I go?
Yeah.
It's all about finding your balance and your comfort level.
Yeah, 100%. So, Saidi, what strategies do you use to, engage your audience? And how do you, handle those negative criticisms or the, because positive to बहुत कम देते हैं. Like nobody's going to come and, Sally, I love your work. You're doing amazing.
Yeah.
सब लोग यही बोलेंगे, Harry, what bullshit you're talking. And it's the one of the many people out here. What is that X factor?
Yeah.
So, how do you engage your audience, which you say, are in the age group of say 25 to 35, who get measure 60 to 40% ratio. So how do you engage with them? And second, how do you, handle the criticism?
Engagement is difficult. It's a changing game. It keeps changing. Right now, it's all about topical things, like whatever is going on right now.
The current
hot topic. Hot topics are always important.
So what do you think? What is the current hot topic?
अभी तो मतलब Japan में क्या हो रहा है? There's a little bit of a crash over there. The US का crash, and then what's going to happen? There's a war going on, Israel, Iran, all of that. So topical things always do well because people want to know कि अभी current हो रहा है तो क्या? Yeah.
Okay.
Engaging with our audience is also very interesting because they always want new things to kind of, learn. The only way to consistently engage with your audience is to provide value. Now, how you provide that value is up to you. You can bake, you can cook, you can dance, you can give them financial information. All of this is delivering value because either you entertained them or you educated them. One of the two. So we tend to educate with whatever certain extra information we have.
Coming back, बहुत सही तरीके से आपने बताया. Dance करो, educate, like that. People just educate.
अभी funny content does so well. Because you entertain the audience. मुझे भी बहुत मजा आता है. I love
everybody.
Attention spans are just that. You sit and scroll. That's become our new addiction. So that's how I would engage the audience. And sorry, what was the second?
The criticism, like the positive and the negative, aspects. The positive is going to make you feel like, wow, I thought about the world,
So, honestly, criticism, I've always been a people pleaser. It's a bad trait to have. Niyati, my partner is much better at handling criticism. वो तो देखते ही नहीं है. इसलिए क्यों देखना है मेरे को? बकवास करते लोग. नहीं देखना मुझे. देखना ही नहीं है.
Ignore the criticism.
Ignore the noise. Ignore the noise. Block out the noise. That is something that I've learned from her. And it always helps to kind of lean on your closest friends who are that. Like I lean on her a lot whenever I'm feeling too heavily criticized. I lean on her a lot. So share it, yes. And last but not least, you have to realize that online आके कोई भी criticize कर सकता है. I have realized one thing, कि if a comment or criticism has come on a particular piece of content, if I reply to it ना, the response to that is very soft.
Okay.
मतलब उनको ऐसा लगता है कि ये क्या बकवास कर रहे हो, ऐसा कि नहीं यार, just check the data ना. अच्छा, no, okay, cool. And I'm like, what frustration were you removing on me?
किसी और का गुस्सा.
Exactly. So you have to realize that you have to detach yourself from the online persona a little bit, because now I don't know how much you've seen of my content online, but you know this personally as well, that I have a personal Instagram account, which is limited to very few.
I had to message. I had to message. Because I told your friend, please accept my request. I'm like, मैं तो जानता हूँ इससे.
I don't get one within a day. So don't even see them.
Yeah.
So it's open to very few people. So if you notice that I open Instagram and I browse through it, FinCocktail is a calm. It's not my identity. It's not something that I live by.
Okay.
If you ever notice that, FinCocktail ke stories pe I'm here or I'm there, or this probably has happened 2-3 days before. It's not happening real time for me.
Current nahi
hai. Because it is not my life and I refuse to be consumed by it.
Oh.
That's the only way for me to keep my sanity. Yeah, that's why. So I keep it chill. अलग
रखो.
काम की तरह decide करो. काम में frustration आता है. You get joy, you have success, you have failure. Calm is calm. Can't become your full identity. मैं पागल हो जाऊंगी यार.
So basically to block the noise and just focus on the dream, on the vision basically. क्योंकि एंड गोल तो आपको ही पता है आप क्या चाहते हो अपने.
बहुत सारे हैं, बहुत सारे.
Saidi, mid 2020 we started your journey. Any milestones which you have, achieved? So can you just share some milestones?
Sure. Okay.
And what are your future plans with your platform? Like for the next 6 months, a year and a half, what should your audience look at? ये चीज नया है, मैं ये चीज करने वाली.
Okay, so milestones would be, so I love sharing. I love thinking about my own milestone because frustration और like कुछ नहीं हो रहा ठीक तो उसके बारे में तो हम 24/7 सोचते हैं.
हाँ.
Positives is kind of just come and like fleetingly then you're like on to the
next. Yeah, ये हो गया अभी next.
हाँ,
किस पे काम करना है? It's like a goal, right?
Exactly. So the incident in 100,000, 150K was the big milestones. Then our first office was a big milestone. Our first hire was a big milestone. Our team becoming a team of 5 was a big milestone. Then our team, recently we got our mutual fund distributor license. That is a big, yes, that is a big milestone. What else? Us making our first paycheck was right? Massive. Yeah, booking our first profits for the first couple of years was a milestone. Then starting YouTube was a milestone. YouTube, I get very scared of YouTube.
Why?
Bappa, it's very hectic. एक तो इतना तामझाम करके इतना बड़ा वीडियो बनाओ and then you get like 3 views or like 63 views.
I got 2-3 views on my first.
See, बस ना और क्या चाहिए?
Without paid advertising.
और क्या चाहिए? That's like that's your milestone. That's what
I was just talking to my people, my friends, like 250 लोग ने देखा है.
Exactly.
39.
Think about it. If you put 250 people in this room right now, that'll be a lot of people.
Lot of people. We just want कि 1,000. We just यार कितने ऐसे followers? 100,000. अरे 1,00,000 लोग follow कर उसमें यार 1,00,000 लोग. अभी इतना क्यों हो गया? मिलियन नहीं है तो यार कोई दिखता नहीं. अरे पागल है.
1,00,000 लोग
1,00,000 दिखते हैं. Lot of people and a lot of genuine people.
Yeah, and a lot of real who are invested in what you are saying is difficult. It's difficult to get that. Anyway, so yeah, those are the milestones. YouTube starting podcast was a milestone.
Wow.
We have our own podcast, guys. Go watch.
What's the name?
It's Happy Hour with Finn Coffee.
Wow.
Going ahead with the
name. Yeah, the TV and the taggy name.
Yeah. And future plans, I don't know yet. So I don't. It's a very funny, very weird thing. I don't know, but I don't make set goals.
Wow.
I want Instagram to go to 500K or 1 million. That is my goal.
Right.
That's an obvious goal. Right? Okay. That's like, duh. You want to grow.
Yeah.
You want to reach XYZ. I don't know why, but this is a habit that I have, that I don't have set goals because I think it limits me.
Okay.
I'm limited by my own perspective right now. That I'm only thinking about
these 5 or 10 topics.
हाँ कि मतलब Instagram 1 million पे पहुंचाना है. But I would have never become a mutual fund distributor if I had that goal. Because I would only be concentrated on
1 million followers. Okay.
But there are so many other things that are there out there. You never know what will open your perspective up and you will be able to reach way, way bigger things than what you had planned. Because what is planned for you is larger than what you can plan for yourself.
You fully believe in that?
I believe in that. I didn't have a goal to start a company called Film Cocktail. I had no idea. मेरे को idea ही नहीं था कि ये हो सकता है मेरे साथ.
But do you believe in the fact जो होता है अच्छे के लिए होता है? Or everything is written?
Some parts of it. Semi. If I didn't do the मेहनत, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
जो होता है वो अच्छे के लिए होता है, बुरे के लिए वो
किसी को नहीं पता.
वो मुझे नहीं पता. But अगर आप मेहनत नहीं करोगे तो कुछ भी अच्छा नहीं होगा, वो तो मुझे पता है. उतना मुझे
work hard no matter what. That's the thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You know that story ना कि एक आदमी डूब रहा था तो उसको नाव भेजी
हाँ
and हेलीकॉप्टर भेजा
एंड
और
फिर
फिर वो एंड में
वो बच
गया
जाता
और भगवान इसने कि ओ आप आए नहीं मुझे बचाने को ऐसे गधे 3 लोग भेजे थे मानो दोस्त थी
yeah, you don't want to
yeah
you know getting saved, so
exactly so you have to work towards it you have to work towards what you can see right now at this moment but be open to the larger picture be open to more things coming your way yeah this I believe that what is planned for you is maybe bigger than what you can think of
it's such a nice thinking, because we humans एक set ही है कि इतनी अपना thinking ही ऐसा ही
यार इतनी मतलब आप perspective is
I think parents only tell us कि बड़ा क्यों देखना है, ये तो छोटा ही देखो.
like what was that चादर उतनी फैला
हाँ जो पैर फैला जितनी चादर हो क्यों.
हाँ see so now that I may disagree with slightly because you have to live within your means because monetary
Yeah.
so that kind of can go on the lines of greed
Yeah.
so I don't want to go there but I'm talking about plans like big plans you're dreaming big
Saili, you are entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur, so if we don't think big, we don't
yeah
think big to change the world, then who will?
Yeah.
Right, we need to be some
Correct.
kind of delusional, right?
yeah
we need to go delusional. हाँ हम लोग को पेशेंटली हम लोग को डिलोनो बुलाना चाहिए क्योंकि अगर हम लोग नहीं दिख रहे तो कुछ नया बनेगा नहीं. Right, Fin Cocktail नहीं होता, TrueBuddy नहीं होता, nothing happened. Like, so if Steve Jobs or Mark Zuckerberg or nobody thought of creating Google or Facebook, then or recently like what Zepto changed the game. पहले हफ्ते में आता था 15 minutes, उसके बाद एक दिन में आने लगा, उसके बाद कोविड में ऐसा है 10 मिनट में, और 10 मिनट बोलते हैं वो 9 मिनट में हम लोग को चाहिए. पेशेंस लेवल है. So एक कोई be those founders, they might be 17, 18 or now 21 year old. अगर वो लोग ने नहीं सोचा होता तो ऐसा होता ही नहीं. So founders have to be delusional. They have to have a very big goal, and work that, right?
yeah they have to have that ability to dream big
Yeah,
bigger than what's out there
the bigger picture. Like the founder I look up to is Steve Jobs. Like what he created with Apple.
yeah
It starts with an unboxing thing. You and me having the experience. You hold on to that box also. वो box छोड़ो, वो paper bag भी hold on कि भाई मर्सडीज ज्यादा महंगी होगी पर उसका टायर का कैप वो पील नहीं रखेंगे पर वो एप्पल का वो बैग भी रखेंगे. Just the effect what Steve Jobs had. So Saili, what are the key skills and the qualities which you have acquired and acquired while in your entrepreneurship journey that have made you succeed?
Number one, being prepared for anything.
Wow.
Anything. Matlab, tomorrow, I know that something else is going to catch fire tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. कैसे बुझाना है देखते हैं.
Okay.
Number one is that, being prepared for anything.
Unknown.
Number two, not getting carried away by the success.
Okay.
Because entrepreneurship is एक तो long-term journey and it has highs and lows and like deep highs and deep and very low, very deep. Yeah. So the high is very important. Oh, I know this line. I believe it was Gaur Gopal Das. But don't let the success go to your head and failure go to your heart.
Yeah.
So yes, that every entrepreneur should know this.
Wow.
Remember, I'm telling you.
Yeah, 100%. If someone's wanting to get into the finance content journey, become a finance influencer, should they have a backup like a great degree or a family business to obviously backup, or should they have a plan B?
You can see having a plan B is never a bad idea.
Okay.
I'm saying that being a finance content creator, you need to figure out your sources of revenue.
Okay.
Now, if YouTube works, everybody knows that YouTube gives out YouTube gives out a certain amount of revenue.
Collaborations.
Then there are brand collaborations that happen on YouTube, Instagram, all of these places. Then there is the like if you can host seminars or webinars out of that, courses, you can make money out of that. If you have a degree, you can do something like what we are doing, where we are mutual fund distributors as well.
Yeah.
So you can earn commissions on that and you can have a separate source of revenue. Then if you have another side business or if you have something else, another source of revenue, it just makes sense to have multiple sources of revenue so that अगर एक कुछ नीचे गया तो something else is there to manage.
So it's great having a backup plan.
Always good to diversify everything, including your sources of revenue.
Sally, as we talked earlier, in this era of, increasing market volatility, the Nikkei going down and the war happening. So how can a person, what are the innovative investment strategies, the ordinary man and woman can, look up to?
The funny thing is that the ordinary men and women need to realize that patience is your biggest asset when it comes to these things. Because now if tomorrow the world only explodes, क्या फर्क पड़ता है आपका पैसा?
But सब लोग मरने वाले हैं. And वही है कि सब लोग मरने वाले.
Exactly. But until then, the markets are going to recover.
Okay.
The companies are going to do well because everybody wants to do well. Everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to succeed. Our country is poised in a very strategic way all over the world that it is literally there to succeed right now.
Yeah.
And it has proven its worth.
It's our time, right? It's our time.
Yeah, it is our time. The US has proved that they are in their own political turmoil. The UK has shown that it is not stable. The EU is doing its own dance. China is scary.
Russia is China and scary.
वो तो छोड़ ही दो.
वो अलग ही है.
Yeah, and so I think we already know that we have such a strong young population. And the zest to kind of prove ourselves as, a global superpower. So we know that our markets, our economy, our country is going to sustain. It's going to happen. It's just you have to have patience.
Okay.
These war kind of, suspect around what's going to happen. The Nikkei going down, the US markets going down. Our market corrected on, I believe, a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
By 2-3%.
Yeah.
Next day, क्या हुआ?
बढ़ गया.
फिर don't panic when this happens.
So have patience.
The point is zoom out and have patience. Zoom out. Don't say कि आज 2% गिरा. Last 3 साल में कितना बढ़ा है. That is what I want you to look at. And what do you do when you start investing? You keep your financial goals which are 5 years, 10 years down the line.
Think
तो अभी 5 दिन में क्यों मतलब PP high हो रहा है?
Yeah.
मत करो. Let it be.
So basically,
keep calm and invest on.
Wow. One overhyped and underhyped investment.
Underhyped investment, I believe, is real estate. It's gotten a lot of crap recently. But my grandfather used to say the only thing that God has stopped making is land. Supply तो उतनी
limited ही है.
Limited ही है अभी. मकान तो बना लेंगे, flats and all of that. But eventually, real estate it will pay off in the long run. But I think undervalued is real estate. And I believe overvalued are all these new age investments. Like your NFT हो गया, your crypto हो गया, your ये हो गया, वो हो गया. I think too much, too soon.
Too much too soon.
Just like it needs to bide its time and it needs to prove itself before it gets to this level which it already is at now. So my personal opinion, guys, don't highly rap for it, right? Yeah, please, nobody give me shit for this.
Lovely advice, Heidi. So overhyped was crypto NFTs. That area, like
new age
investments.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on private equity or the startups getting funded while they are making losses? Do you think that's justified? So personally, I feel अगर startup अगर innovation कर रहा है तो at some point of time they'll be burning money till a particular time and then they will turn profitable. That's what Zomato proved us, right? Is a startup, is a business solving a problem? If it's solving a problem, so as an entrepreneur, I don't see the profit and loss. I'm going to see it in the long term, definitely. But right now, I'm going to see, is it solving a problem? How big is that problem? And after that problem is solved, then I'll think about profitability. So what's your take on that?
Correct. In the terms of, is the company solving a problem?
Yeah.
Is the startup solving a problem? Number 2, how big is the problem?
Yeah.
Number 3, is the solution monetizable?
Yeah.
Third part. So the third part is where your profit and loss comes in.
Option.
The third part, starting में ना हो.
हाँ.
Starting में you may not be able to monetize it
Yeah.
or whatever. Like Zomato. Zomato first built the community. Now it's monetizing the crap out of it.
Yeah.
That's why it's working.
Okay. Yeah, 100%.
Facebook.
Yeah.
First, it built the community. Now it's monetizing the crap out of all of us. We are the commodity.
Yeah.
They're selling us to their larger paying audience.
Yeah.
So the third part, which is the most important part, when it comes to long-term sustainability, monetization, is the solution that you're providing, is it monetizable or no? The only thing that I think is private equity is for experts. Private equity is for people who understand what they're doing with their money, because it is that equal amount of risk. Matlab, the possibility that a startup becomes $1 billion valuation and all of this is one thing. But at the same time, your investment can go to zero also.
Yeah.
So, उतना बड़ा जो risk है,
It's either
Arya Par.
Yeah, either 10x or 0x, right?
It's Arya Par.
Yeah.
So, the Arya Par situation में क्या होता है कि a lot of people want to be cool and want to be like, oh, I'm a private investor.
Yeah, angel investor.
I'm an angel investor. Arey baba. Like, I got this amazing advice from one of our podcast guests, actually, that he said, ki mat karo. It's not worth it, because the time and energy and effort that you put into researching and going behind your founders and actually doing all of that, there are VC funds to do it. Why are you also doing it?
So was that your friend Arjun Vaidya you talked?
No. He runs his own.
Yeah. Maybe so.
No, he was not the one. He loves it. He loves talking to press. He loves talking to founders. He will talk to oh my God, he's so social. I can't. It's too social.
If you invest in a startup, so you think about the problem. If that problem is huge enough, is the startup solving it and long-term profitability? Right? That's the right way a person should look at.
Yeah.
What are the 3, finance tips everyone should follow?
I'm going to go back to the last one. The 3 things that you said was for the business itself.
Yeah.
Then you also have to look at the person,
the founder.
Because more often than not, जब स्टार्टअप पे कोई पैसा लगाता है वो फाउंडर पे पैसा लगाता है कि
So bet on the jockey on doors.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Always. Because one of those things है, कुछ ना कुछ तो ये करेगा, ये नहीं किया तो कुछ और कर लेगा. One of those things.
Yeah. So 3 things and the founder.
And that X factor that you're looking at, that X factor is your founder.
So 3 finance management tips that everyone should.
Always have an emergency fund.
Liquid emergency fund.
Yeah, matlab like in a liquid FD or
cash. Maybe.
Not necessary, because like emergency fund, I'm talking about 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses. That's a lot of money. So short-term FD, liquid mutual fund, or ultra short duration fund.
Okay.
Like quick, jahan pe bhi, or like a separate bank account with a big savings interest rate or something like that. So accessible money, not liquid cash, accessible cash. Always have an emergency fund in an accessible account. Number 2, always have medical insurance for your entire family.
Medical.
Entire.
Okay.
And number 3, always invest at least 20% of your monthly income towards your future. Everybody should do this.
What's your take on term plan?
My take on a term plan is that if you are somebody who people are depending on for financially, like you just, if God forbid something were to happen to you, just you wouldn't be missed. The money flowing in would also be missed.
I think that's what a missed more than the person.
No. Like people who are like, parents are doing fine, and then child passes away, they don't care about the money now. If like, for example, now if you are
the sole breadwinner of the family, then have a term.
Yes, then have a term plan. If you have children who are very young, always have a term
plan. Okay.
Because unko bicharo ko to obviously chahiye. You want their future to be
100%. What specific challenges do women entrepreneurs face, in securing investments and growing their startups or businesses? And how can this finance industry, better cater to them?
Quite a few, right? Because how many female founders do you know off the top of your head right now who received XYZ funding? Nikhil Kamat ka pata hoga, XYZ का पता होगा और किसका
I know a lot of women founders.
पर्सनली और लाइक
I know personally, but I don't know anyone who has raised some capital.
or आजकल whoever is raising capital or whoever is coming in the news, it's always like one male founder, 3 male founder,
Well, one,
or like
yeah,
like it's,
the ratio is always towards the male.
yeah, the only the only one kind of company that comes to mind is Sugar Cosmetics
Or Nykaa.
or Nykaa. Yes, Nykaa.
दो चीज आती है because
Absolutely. Falguni.
हाँ और आता था तो
Yeah.
तभी भी वो आ जाता है, you know.
Exactly.
And then Emcure is also
Yeah.
very own.
Yeah, it's a family of
जो दो आता है is Sugar and Nykaa. That's
exactly
that's the-
Sugar and Nykaa. I think it's multifold because first things first, a lot of women are founders because they want to found. A lot of women are founders of lifestyle businesses. They don't want उनका ambition ही नहीं है इतना बड़ा करना वो business को. They don't want to be the next Zerodha. They don't want to be the next Sugar. They don't want to be the next Nykaa. They want to be कि I want work-life balance. I want this. इतना मेरे को monthly आ रहा है. I'm happy. So ज़्यादा पढ़ा नहीं करना है.
So want to be independent.
Yeah, they want to be independent. और ज़्यादा like they don't want the stress की भी या फिर X amount of growth चाहिए वो चाहिए नहीं चाहिए. Like don't have that ambition. There is a certain sect of women founders that don't want that.
Yeah.
And then there is also a thing that it is still a big boys club. It is still a club where you go I don't know play paddle ball with your other friends and kind of understand what they're looking at and then invest in one of those. But I think it's changing by leaps and bounds. There is a community that I'm part of and I really appreciate what they're doing. It's called Leap Club. They kind of bring all these women together from different walks of life. And it's only for women by women. You can't be
Okay.
Too bad. You can't be a part of it. But nearly can. But yeah, I think it's changing. Our perspective is changing. Our thought process is changing. And I think the finance community is already trying to do more. It's just women have to now step up and be like, hey, okay, if you are a female founder, you support other female founders. If you are a female investor, you support other female founders. That's the only way to support.
So that was the last question.
Yay!
Sorry, 3 last tips for anybody listening to us.
इतने सारे tips तो दे दिया यार.
Last three, Sally, come on, promise, last three.
Okay. About finance or
Anything. It can be finance related, it can be entrepreneurship related, it can be career advice, educational advice, anything.
First things first, read something every day for 5 minutes. It can be about, if you're a student, read about where you want to go to study, what you want to do, career path. If you are somebody who is a professional, read about investing, country में क्या हो रहा है, world में क्या हो रहा है, कहाँ invest करना चाहिए, कौन सी mutual fund अच्छा है, all of that. Because once you get the habit of reading it for 5 minutes, then you'll get more interested and then you do more research and then you'll be better at it.
Yeah.
Then you'll become an expert. That's the idea. Second tip would be not to take life so seriously because I think nowadays our entire, not the generation, our entire country, our entire world has been revolved around what next? Like, okay, aisa karna hai, wo aisa karna hai, this, that. Nice.
Breathe.
It's great. It's amazing to have ambition. It is necessary to have that zest and that, drive to make it happen. But don't forget yourself along the way. Chill out once in a while. And last but not the least, take everything that you get online with a pinch of salt.
Okay.
Because whatever is said online is drafted, it's scripted, this is not scripted, but
Yeah, this is
not scripted, but the questions were kind of, obviously discussed, kind of, we've been through them. Everything that is said online has something, uske back end pe kuch chal raha hota hai. And it's either there to kind of get more views or grab your attention or
basically sell.
to basically sell you something.
Yeah.
So whatever information you get online, take it with a pinch of salt and do your own little bit of research before believing everything.
Fantastic. Thank you, Saili. That's it for today's episode on Dream Stream. Stay tuned for more inspiring content.